Thursday, October 27th, 2016, Maneco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. It's just before 9 a.m. London time or 4 a.m. New York time or Eastern Standard Time. An update on the markets here this morning. It's fairly quiet right now. Gold is at $12.69, up $2. That's from the 6 p.m. COMEX close in New York yesterday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 22 points at 18,221. Yesterday, the market was weak. Stock market was weak early in the day, and then it just rallied quite strongly. The Dow finished up on the day, but the S&P finished down on the day. So that was a strange, there's a bit of divergence there. Silver right now is $17.64, up about 2 cents from the 6 p.m. close. The currencies are fairly steady. The pound is actually back down a bit. It's back down 1/3% today. And the dollar index, 98.66, that's up very slightly. So Bitcoin is continuing to do well. We almost hit that 688, 690 target that I'd spoken about 10 days ago when we broke through towards 625, when we broke through that 610 resistance we had. So we're now at 684 Bitcoin. The high so far today is 685. So expect to see some interesting action here in Bitcoin as we approach this 688, 690 level. And then we're a stone throws away from the high of the year around 730 in Bitcoin. The other thing I wanted to touch upon is the bond market. Bond market has been fairly, how can I say, not volatile, but is showing signs that are a little bit unusual, in that recently we've had the stock market going down sometimes earlier, late September, early October. We've seen drops in the stock market and drop in the bond markets at the same time, which is unusual. Just wanted to touch up on the yields. The 10-year yield right now is 180, which is comfortably higher than the low, the record low we saw in July of 135. So we're 45 basis points higher than we were this summer, the 10-year yield. The 30-year yield is at 255. The low was around 210 this summer, so 45 basis points as well. There's a lot of people who wonder whether the bull market in bond prices is over. We've had a bull market in bonds since 1981, when yields topped around, I think it was almost 16%, the 10-year yield, 16, yeah. And yields have been going down ever since. And they're very important interest rates, treasury interest rates, or, they're the risk-free rate of return. And that means investors price all their assets, like stocks and corporate bonds. It's all priced off treasuries. And if these interest rates are going lower, it means the cost of borrowing is getting lower. Asset prices are going higher. And many wonder if we are at the end of this 35-year bull market or financialization of the economy. 35 years ago or 25 years ago, people still went to buy things and they paid for it. Like, nowadays you can borrow to buy anything, and that's called credit and financialization. There's never talk about, how about working and saving the money? So I think we're in. That's why I'm touching upon the bond market. I know a lot of people still think that central banks can control interest rates. Well, they made the short-term interest rates, but I'm not too sure about the long-term yields or long-term interest rates. In the UK, for example, right now the 10-year yield is at 1.15%, and we got to like 0.5% a couple of months ago, so we've more than doubled already in the 10-year gilt yield. The 2-year yield in the UK is at 0.26. That got down to like like 7 basis points, or 0.07. So interesting to keep an eye on bonds. I would say, the stock market still stuck in this fairly tight range we've seen, basically between 18,000 and 18,400 since September 12th. So that's where we are right now. So and the other thing I'd like to point out is the price of gold in sterling. That's at 1,040. A couple of days ago we got up to 1,050 when we saw the pound drop quite sharply. So 1,040, still up more than 40% year to date for UK domiciled investors. So if you enjoy my videos, please give me a thumbs up below. Share them far and wide if you can. And also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, I'd appreciate it. You don't have to, of course. It's just a donation. There are links below in the description. Take care. Goodbye.